And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Gonna be talking some prize picks, some better picks. We have quite a few prize picks props I like today before the stream, which is fantastic. I'm hoping that I can actually, for once, just give you guys a ton of plays that I've already locked to myself, that I've already sent to my VIP, and just build some tickets. I think that this is a slate where we can actually do that. I've had a couple of streams recently where I've come on and I've attempted to do that, but all the plays are bumped like crazy, and or there just hasn't been enough value on the Prizepicks board. But I think this is one. I think this is one where we can just cruise along and like lock in props that I've actually already placed and just give them out for free, which should be fun. So let's hope that's how it's gonna go, man. Let's hope no more bumps have happened. If you're just tuning in, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. But really, what I'm trying to do on these live streams is just provide as much value as I can to you guys for free and give you actual plays that I am playing myself. If you see all my content, if you see all the winning tickets on my community page for the VIP, all the research I'm doing every day, the hope is to provide some of this value to you guys that I do over there every night, every day for free, and give some winning plays. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. Like I said, I think there's going to be enough to actually do it this time. So we'll get into it. For every 50 likes that I get on these streams, I'm going to try to give out a ticket. I'm going to give you guys tickets regardless, but it was just a fun idea that I came up with. And I'd like to give out multiple tickets this stream regardless. But if you could help me out with the likes, it's free, guys. It takes 2 seconds. I'll be helping you guys out with these streams as much as I can. And let's find some plays, man. Let's get right into the good stuff. So, like I said, I'm just gonna freestyle this thing, man, and I think we have enough props to where I can do so. I see Luka Doncic's been bumped right off the top, 52.5 PRA. I like the under at 53.5. He's already been bumped down, but we do have his fantasy score prop available, and I am certainly interested in some Luka unders here tonight. He's at 62.5. This line's just a little bit too inflated. For those of you that have taken Luka Doncic's fantasy score in the past, I've been on his over quite frequently. Tonight, I certainly have interest in his under with this matchup. And one thing I will point out right away with Luka, and something that will help us with the fantasy score category, even though he's Luka Doncic. One, this is a terrible matchup for him. The Miami Heat have been very effective at slowing down opposing point guards. And two, this man turns the ball over like crazy. So even though he's Luka Doncic, he's going to go out there, he could literally get you a triple-double and still stay under this fantasy score just because of how much he turns the ball over. The only way you can get negative points, if you don't know how the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format works, is those turnovers, right? You get 1 point for the points, 1.2 for the rebounds, 1.5 for the assists, 3 points for the blocks and steals, and you get the -1 for the turnovers. And like I said, with his turnover-prone habits, it always makes me happy, right? When a guy turns the ball over, if I like an under fantasy score. So that's just something, for fun to lead things off the program here today that I like his under. It's all factored in the projections, but you can see last 2 games out, he's turned the ball over 5 times and 7 times. It seems like anytime I like his over, he's still able to hit oftentimes, but it becomes a little bit more sweaty than it should be because this man just turns the ball over like crazy. So I like his under here. It's a terrible matchup taken on Miami. They've been one of the best defenses at slowing down opposing point guards. We can certainly pull that up for you guys here. Keep in mind, I say this all the time on my channel, but if you don't know, Prizepicks has the same exact fantasy scoring format as FanDuel, so we can refer to a lot of FanDuel data for fantasy score data, and the Miami Heat are the 1, 2, 3, 4th best team as far as fantasy points allowed to opposing point guards, right? So Luka Doncic's going to have a tough time here tonight, in my opinion. And the fact of the matter is, guys, his fantasy score is just so inflated, right? Like, people are like, it's Luka Doncic. Like, can't believe you're fading Doncic if you're new to this or whatever the case may be. You got to factor in where the line is set, people. The line is set at 62.5. This man can go out there and have a tremendous game and end with 62.4 fantasy score, and we win money, okay? So tough matchup for him. Miami's been doing a good job of slowing down opposing point guards. I always like to give you guys like an actual number, if at all possible, of like where I have him ending up. We're gonna get in like the upper 50s, right? So it's not gonna be sweat free. None of these props are gonna be sweat free. Oftentimes on Prizepicks, because they're very effective at setting lines. But the bottom line is I've got him in the 50s. They've got him, creeping upwards towards the mid 60s. So we got to rock with the under here. Like I said, I liked the under on the PRA as well, but that has since got bumped. I captured that at 53.5. He's been bumped down. So rather than that, let's go with the fantasy score. I'm playing both here tonight. So we can certainly start things off with him. Another prop that I know that I like right off the top of my head, and something you can do right when you're building out your tickets, guys. If you like an under on a teammate, then obviously like there's someone else is probably going to have to perform. And I do have PJ Washington going way over the line that Prizepicks has set here. New acquisition for Dallas. 24.5. He's been absolutely smashing this line. He's a guy that Prizepicks continues to misprice. It seems like they were mispricing him very frequently early on in the season when he was on Charlotte. He was a guy that I was oftentimes playing the over on, and they continue to do so here now that he's on Dallas, right? So let's break down some PJ Washington numbers. Like, what is this guy doing? How is he contributing? What's the usage rate looking like on his new team here in Dallas? With some on-off court stats here. Can see PJ Washington's been the third highest usage guy with this new look lineup, right? He's trailing only Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. That makes sense. They're the two studs on the team, so PJ's kind of become that third option for this Dallas Mavericks squad. 16% usage rate with no Seth Curry, Grant Williams, Rashawn Holmes, with them mixing up this roster, right? And then when we break down PJ Washington's minutes as of late, right? We need the guy to play minutes. If we're taking his over, obviously, we would prefer to have solidified minutes. None of these rotations where the coach randomly benches him and all that fun stuff, right? We don't want to deal with that. And PJ Washington certainly has not been in that category. I mean, this guy's playing 37, 35, 35 minutes the last 3 times out. And they've only got him priced, like I said, man. I mean, his price is at 24.5. It's not quite adding up to me. His fantasy point per minute production is to the point where he's just going to absolutely smash this line. We look at the power forward position here on the slate tonight as far as fantasy points per minute. Once again, guys, Prizepicks fantasy scoring format, right? Same exact thing as FanDuel. So we have some FanDuel fantasy point data pulled in here, but it's the same exact thing. It's practically Prizepicks fantasy scoring format data. I just want to make that clear. What we're referring to is literally the same exact data. He's putting up 0.89 fantasy points per minute in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. So this is a guy that's putting up like a little under a fantasy point per minute, right? So let's do some simple math here, right, guys? I mean, this man's playing in the mid 30s and he's putting up a little under a fantasy point per minute. Where is that going to make him end up for fantasy score here tonight? Into the 30s. So it's just, I don't quite understand how they're pricing him. We're not complaining, right? We'll take mispriced props all day. We can cash out on it. That's what we're looking for here. So plus we're getting some nice correlation, like I said, with the Luka Doncic under. If Luka's having a tough game and they have to defer to some other guys to keep them in this ball game tonight, right? We're taking the over on PJ. We're taking the under on Luka. Something that's always nice to do. When we're building out our tickets, if you're able to find value on an under on a player and an over on a player on the Prizepicks board, hey, on the same team, let's do it, right? If one guy's doing, there can only be so many points, assists, rebounds to go around on the same team, right? You follow me. It's a simple concept, but it's true. It's very valuable when building tickets. So that's a nice little bonus for us. I also do have another same actually predicament here tonight that I can say right off the top of my head. Like I said, I've got a bunch of props here on this Prizepicks board today, which makes me happy. The stream should go nice and easy, flowing with giving you guys actual plays, hopefully. This Chicago Bulls Golden State Warriors game, I have a lot of interest in quite a few props in this one. I'm hoping that none of these props got bumped so we can continue to move along here. Jonathan Kuminga is a guy that I was looking at prior to the stream, and he got bumped. Okay, I liked his under 8.5 rebounds and assists, guys. He has now got bumped to 8.0 even, so I would no longer play that prop. Let's move along here. Let's play another prop that hasn't been bumped. I was looking at some Draymond Green props earlier as well. I was able to capture his points, rebounds, and assists at 19.5 on the over. I liked that. It's been bumped up to 20.5 even. I would not play that anymore. His rebounds and assist prop was one. That was kind of popping to me earlier. Let's see if this still looks good, guys. We'll go ahead and pull up the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, guys. If you're interested in this tool, this is one that I use. You can use the promo code KJKDFS to get 25% off. What this is doing for us, guys, is it's pulling in all of this sportsbook data to tell us if this is a good play. And as a matter of fact, Draymond Green's still the top play in their optimizer. And why is this? It's because he's favored on all of these different sports books. They have millions and millions of dollars invested into setting appropriate sports book lines, right, guys? This is how they win. There's got to be people that are taking the over and the under in every single prop on sports books, millions of dollars. If they misprice props, they're going to go bankrupt. So they're very, very good at pricing lines on props, money line, spread, you name it, right? We're talking props in this stream, but 128 on the over on FanDuel, 130 on the over on DK, 135 on the over on BetMGM, 169 on the over on Caesars. All of these books are telling us that the over should be favored here on Draymond's rebounds and assists at 12.5. So we can still capture that prop here on the board. I was hoping to kind of have that same concept that I discussed of taking an under on a teammate and an over on the other one, right? I talked about that value on the Jonathan Kuminga under 8.5 rebounds and assists, and the over on Draymond Green's rebounds and assists. It appears we're not going to be able to do that, but we'll just continue to move along the stream here with another prop that I've already locked in. I do like the Draymond points and rebounds and assists. I'll give you guys my play of the day as well here for free on the stream tonight. It's going to be DeMar DeRozan. Have been on quite a run on these play of the days over in the VIP. So hopefully you can keep it going here tonight with this one. But it's going to be DeMar DeRozan's fantasy score. I do like the over here tonight. It's my play of the day. Cash last night on De'Aaron Fox. Cash the night prior on Jamal Murray. Night prior, I liked Bagley. Unfortunately, he exited the game with a back injury. I think he was at like 26 or something fantasy score. He was well on his way. I liked the over on Miles Bridges. That cashed. Like the over on Kevin Durant the day prior. That cashed. Like the over on Karl-Anthony Towns the day prior. That cashed. So last miss was Josh Giddey. He did not come through that day. But the only reason I pulled that up is just to let you guys know this is my favorite play of the day. So might as well share it with you for free on the stream here tonight. And it's pretty simple. It's another misprice by Prizepicks. I like that PJ Washington prop quite a bit as well, like we talked about. But 36.5, this is a man that's putting up 43.8 on average on his last 5, and he gets another great matchup taken on a Golden State Warriors squad that has really struggled to slow down his position. The Golden State Warriors are giving up over 37 fantasy points per game to power forward starters. They're giving up over 8 rebounds. Last time he took on this same Golden State Warriors squad, he went up there and dropped 50 plus fantasy points in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. Do I care about that? Not really, but it's a nice little bonus, I suppose, to throw in there for some fun. All these things are factored in, right? The matchup, the pace of the game, the total, the fantasy point per minute production, right? All of these things that I discuss is really how I'm dictating my plays, right? So we're talking about a 223 over under in this game. It is an 8-point spread in favor of the Golden State Warriors. But for DeMar DeRozan, like I said, it's a combination of matchup and price tag, right? They've got him at 36.5. I've got DeRozan getting into the 40s pretty easily here tonight. So very high usage player, great fantasy point per minute production. We talked about that fantasy point production for PJ Washington with a 0.89 fantasy points per minute. DeMar DeRozan's a guy that puts up 1.05 fantasy points per minute. Really solid usage rate. He's going to be one of the top power forwards as far as usage is concerned with that 24% usage rate. Trailing only RJ Barrett, Jason Tatum, and Kevin Durant on the slate here tonight. So, yeah, another fantasy score prop, which I love to share with you guys for the free content because the fantasy score props tend to not get bumped quite as drastically as the non-fantasy score props, and I have a ton of interest in this one tonight. You look at the last 5 chart, it looks nice and pretty and green. I don't care about that. That's not part of my process. But, hey, man, it is kind of giving us a little bit of a picture as to his recent production. Spent a lot of games into the 40s for him and upper 30s. I think we continue to see that trend here tonight. Like I said, I think he does crack the 40s. Hopefully this prop doesn't get bumped up any further, because at the 36.5, it is looking real juicy to me here for sure. A bunch of props look like they got posted since I went live here that I was not able to analyze. The Sacramento San Antonio Spurs props were not available. These Boston Denver props were not available, so those are not ones I've locked in yet. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different props I've already placed today. And let's go ahead and give you guys 2 more and lock in a 6-pick flex live on the stream. Once again, all plays that I have already backed. We're just going to do a little bit of a different combination and lock them in together. We got 103 people in here, and we only have 21 likes, guys. Let's get this thing up over 50 likes to drop a full 6-pick flex. Once again, these are all VIP plays. These are all plays that I am backing myself. It takes 2 seconds to hit the like button. It does greatly help me out, and I'll be helping you guys out with these free plays, this free content, as much as I can. So, we got 4, right? So let's try to find 2 more. What am I going with here? Like I said, I got a bunch of different props I've already locked in, and a bunch of props still available on the board, which makes me happy. It's just a matter of, you know, what are the next 2 that we're going to go with? So I think that's pretty good for fantasy score props. I really like those 2 we discussed. The PJ Washington, the DeMar DeRozan. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different props. I like the Luka Doncic one as well. That was we discussed. And we need 2 more. What am I going to promote here? All comes down to really what's available left. I know Jimmy Butler was a guy I was looking at earlier. Looks like he's still available. So we can certainly talk about some Jimmy Butler. His rebounds was looking pretty good to me. 5.5 rebounds here. We can break down exactly why. We'll pull up the OddsJam Sportsbook screen here. Let's go to the rebounds, and we can discuss why Jimmy Butler's rebounds is a good play here tonight, guys. This is the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. This is another tool that I use. You can use the promo code KJKDFS. They hooked me up with a discount code for this as well. It'll get you 35% off. And this sportsbook screen, you can pull in any single prop, any single bet under the sun you would like to pull in, and we can analyze a ton of different data. I have every single sportsbook pulled in that they'll allow me to. I have the select all option for 182 different sportsbooks. He's at 5.5 rebounds. The best possible place you could lock this in is on Betr actually. We are getting minus 116 implied odds. That is in a 6-pick dynamic play, which they have now capped. Betr has now capped us to 5 6-pick dynamic plays a day, which is brutal, because I was killing those 6-pick dynamic plays, but it is what it is. So, but anyways, that's the best possible place you could place it. We look across the market, right, guys? Pinnacle's the sharpest sports book in the entire world, highest liquidity, highest volume of sharp sports bettors. If you're familiar with sports betting, you might know this. If you're not, there's a little hint to you. Pinnacle, minus 144 on the over, 5.5 rebounds, right? So they're really juicing this on the over, the 5.5. We're looking across the entire market. We have minus 131.5 average odds on the over. We're getting minus 119 in a 5 or 6 pick flex on Prizepicks, right? So we want to be taking props that are mispriced and juiced as much as possible. You know, like let's say Prizepicks we'll use a dramatic example. Let's say Prizepicks set Jimmy Butler's rebounds at 4.5, right? The entire market's favoring his over at 5.5. It's like, okay, Prizepicks is messing up extreme here. We got to lock this in. So this isn't as good as value as that example, but you get the point. We're getting some good value across the market. 134.8 average odds on the over 5.5. We have, someone said Better's just removed Butler's rebound prop. That doesn't hurt our feelings. That just tells us that it's a very good prop. If you see that props are removed on apps, right? It might be back up. Looks like the data feed's saying it's back up now if you refresh your Betr app. But minus 135 on the over on DraftKings, minus 137 on the over on Caesars, right? Minus 140 on the over on PointsBet New Jersey. You can see all of these different data points are telling us that Jimmy Butler is favored to go over 5.5 rebounds, right? So we have a ton of different data points that we can capture with millions of dollars invested that are telling us we're getting a pretty good deal in a 5 or 6 pick flex at the minus 119 implied odds compared to, you know, if we were to go on a sportsbook, which is what we want. We want to be getting as many props in our 5 and 6 pick flexes that are favored heavily than the minus 119 implied odds that we're paying per individual play. So hopefully that makes sense, right? That's how we're going to make money long term. That's how I dictate a lot of my plays. You know, we talk fantasy score props, we talk rebounds, points, assists, all that fun stuff. They're all a little bit different. But in this case, we're getting a lot of different data points on Jimmy Butler's rebounds, telling us, you know, we're getting good value. So hopefully that makes sense. If we can capture that before it gets bumped, we'll be happy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different plays, and I will pick a 6th one and release a full 6 pick flex as soon as we get to 50 likes, because we have over 100 people and still 35 likes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in a 6th one. I will pull it up for free, and we'll lock in together on the stream for the full for a full 6 pick flex. So we broke down exactly why I like every single one of those plays, right? I'll lock in a 6th one. I'll send it to my VIP Discord real quick, guys. I'll give them like 90 seconds to lock in just before you guys, just out of courtesy, because they do, you know, obviously pay me. And then I will pull it up on the stream for free, all right? So the next question is, what's my 6th one going to be? We got plenty of options, so I'll come up with one here. We got Luka we talked about. We got Jimmy we talked about. The next question is, have all of these gotten bumped? My other props. It looks like quite a few have, but there's got to be something here, man. I'm just debating on which one I want. Easiest way, honestly, is just going to be to pull up the Discord and just browse through my plays, and then we'll come up with a 6th one. So I'll do that right now. Let's see. What have I locked in? Let's see the last ticket I placed. Luka, we talked about. Did we talk about? Oh, I got one. Another fantasy score prop, actually. That will kind of be the same concept we discussed a little bit with the over-under concept with the Kuminga play that I was discussing. So let's do it, man. Let's lock this full 6 pick flex in. Like I said, I'll send it in to them. Just bear with me, run the likes up, and we'll drop it, right? In the meantime, guys, I said this, but DeMar DeRozan is my favorite play today, so I shared that for free on the stream. He is my my play of the day. The over 36.5 fantasy score. I absolutely love that prop tonight, so we'll just make that known. And if you would like access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them, guys, the Patreon is going to be where it's at. It is on Patreon. It's going to give you access to my Discord, my VIP package, all these winning tickets that I share. It's the same process, right, guys? It's the same process we're going over on the stream. It's just 24/7. You know, I can't be on stream 24/7, but I'm always in the Discord finding value. So all these winning tickets you see from me are, you know, tickets I'm actually placing myself that I'm sending as soon as I place them. That I'm backing with my own money, and it's using these same processes, right? So if you're someone that's listening and you're like, market data means nothing, you got to know the players, yada yada yada, this guy's an idiot, well, this isn't the channel for you. And I just highly advise that you try to listen, because I've been doing this quite some time. I've learned a lot about it, and I do think I'm a very credible source that can help you, especially now. I know more than I ever have. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out. It's on Patreon. You can just search KJK DFS VIP on Google, and you can check that out. So let's lock in this full 6 pick flex. So let's break down. What have we talked about so far? We've talked about Luka, we've talked about PJ, we've talked about Draymond, DeRozan, and Butler. So I like to go game by game with you guys and just break it down, and then if there's any bumps that occur, we can pivot. There's plenty of other props I like, so if a bump happens, don't freak out. We can pivot and come up with something else for you. Live on the stream. So let's do this thing, man. So we talked about Jimmy Butler. We like him a lot. We like his rebounds prop. We talked about PJ Washington and Luka Doncic in that same game. So let's lock in some PJ. Let's lock in some Luka for our next two. 1, 2, 3 props now. 2, 3. We talked about DeMar DeRozan and Draymond as our 4 and 5, and then the other 6th one is actually going to be in that game as well. We will discuss it very shortly as soon as I lock this in. So DeRozan going to be number 4. Love him tonight. Here, where are you, DeMar? 4, 5 will be the play that I will bring up shortly for you guys. We have another under. I think it's a little too inflated. It's going to be another fantasy score prop. And then the 6th one is going to be Mr. Draymond Green's rebounds and assists. So, boom. I'm going to lock in right now. Place. All right, guys. So, did we get up to 50 likes? Yes, we did. 52. Get up to 75. Why not? Just to make it quicker. Why not, right? I'm going to give them 60 seconds. And I will pull it up on the screen for you guys. So, okay. Boom. KJK DFS YouTube live stream 6 pick flex. All right, guys, so 30 seconds. I'm going to do 30 seconds from right now, and we'll be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. Once again, these are all plays that were already locked in. In other tickets, guys, we've just gone ahead and broken down exactly why I like them, done a little bit of a breakdown as to what goes into my process, and then we're going to mix and match them together. Let me look at the chat real quick. If there's any questions, now would be a great time to ask them. And I'll do my very best to get to them. But we have a full 6 pick flex here, so we'll pull it up very shortly. I'm going to refresh this to make sure all my entries are refreshed. I'll say it one more time for you guys. If you're just tuning in to stream or you didn't hear it earlier, guys, DeMar DeRozan's fantasy score is my best play tonight. So hopefully this isn't the end of the beautiful streak I've been on with these plays of the days. But absolutely love him tonight at this line, 36.5. Let's hope it doesn't get bumped. I like PJ Washington a lot too, though, man. We talked about him. I mean, those are probably my top 2 fantasy score props on the board for tonight. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to run the numbers again, but just off the top of my head, I really like both of them. I think they're both really solid props. All right, so every time I go under on fantasy on bad matchup, I get cooked. Well, my friend, I don't know what your process is, but mine's just there's a lot more than just the matchup factor into my projections. There's a ton of other things. So I took Luka under 43.5 PA. Yeah, I liked his under points, rebounds, and assists earlier before it got bumped. All right, let's pull it up right now. Get ready to lock in, guys. We got this. This is what we got. So we have the Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds. Luka Doncic under 62.5 fantasy score. PJ Washington over 24.5 fantasy score. DeMar DeRozan over 36.5 fantasy score. Stephen Curry under 39.5. That's the one that we didn't break down prior to me locking this in. But it's the same kind of story we got for Luka, right? It's just Steph Curry's lines getting pretty inflated up to 39.5. I've got him in the mid-30s, and the Chicago Bulls have been really effective at slowing down opposing point guards. That's all factored into projections, guys. You hear me talk about my projections and my models and all that stuff. It's FanDuel NBA projections. You can Google it. All those tools and stuff I use, they all cost money, right? Software is not cheap, but if you can invest in a lot of different really valuable data points, your process is going to be very good, right? So that's what I've done. I have a lot of different like FanDuel NBA projection models. I got the AutoJam tool that we discuss all the time, right? For the sportsbook screen, I have the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. these are all tools that I'm using throughout the day to detect the best possible value on our plays, right? So if you can let me know if you were able to lock this in and there were no bumps, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if we get this thing up to 100 likes, I'll gladly run another 6-pick flex with you guys live on the stream. I have no issues with running more. I'm going to talk some better picks too. I don't know if we're able to get up to 100 likes with the viewership we have, but I'm going to give a better picks ticket regardless. I mean, I already reached my cap on better picks 6-pick dynamic plays today with the 5 now, which really sucks. It's the optimal slip type on Betr now, guys. You want to run all 6-pick dynamic plays, but they're now only letting us lock in 5, so it is what it is. Can you please let me know if you locked this in the chat? Not a single person has said that they have. If you would, that would be greatly appreciated. What's up, Big Dog? Let's get it today. Let's get them likes up. Thank you, Big. Appreciate you. Gary Trent, over 19.5 PRA, has the same data and odds as Draymond. I don't believe that's true. That's not a play that I was on. Curry is trash on back-to-back. Well, fantastic. I brought up I like his under like video, 92 people watching, 21 likes. Thank you, B. Berto. I appreciate you. Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds as Fire Voodoo says. Yes, I think that is a great play. Got it locked in. Okay, fantastic. We got 59 likes. Viewership drops as soon as I release a 6-pick because that's people come for. I would love to give you another one. I mean, if it's possible and there's enough plays, I'd love to give you another one, but we got to give you some better picks as well. I can't do any more 6-pick dynamic plays on Betr, which is annoying. But, like I said, ideally, I'd love to just give you guys like an actual ticket I already placed, but the bumps are crazy. But yeah, let's talk some better picks, guys. If you haven't checked out Betr, if you use my promo code, they're going to give you a $250 sweat-free offer, right? With the promo code KJKDFS. It is a fantastic app because there are no pushes. So on Prizepicks, you're going to see a lot of props where there's value and there's going to be a push. So for instance, Mike Conley's assist is at 6.0 even. What that is indicating to us, it means that there's either value on, let's say, like the under 6.5 or the over 5.5 or something, whatever the case may be. And Prizepicks has gone ahead and made it an even number at 6.0 even because there's too good a value, so they've taken the value out of the prop. That does not exist on Betr Picks. And I've been crushing on Betr Picks. The VIP's been crushing on Betr Picks. I just withdrew 5K the other day. My account went down to like 2 and it's already back up to 4. So it's been fantastic. It's a great app for value. And like, let's just try to find some plays on Betr that we can't get on Prizepicks is going to be the goal, right, people? It's on mobile, so I do have to do a little bit of mobile screen share action here to get everything working. But the app itself and the value that you can find on it is top notch. So I would highly recommend you check them out if you haven't already, because you can get value on Betr that you cannot get on Prizepicks. So, like I said, off the top of my head, man, I don't know what's still available. Over here, I got a bunch of different props locked in. I'd love to just pull them up. Like, here's a ticket I locked in earlier, right? I don't know if these. I bet you neither of these are available. Kelly Olynyk got taken off the board, and Bradley Beal got bumped up. He's not at 29.5. So, like, that's useless. That's not going to help you, right? I already got the value, and the props already got bumped. So that really doesn't help you out. So I'd like to give you some more props that have not been bumped. So let's see what we got here. I mean, Jimmy Butler's rebounds and Draymond Green's rebounds and assists are still available. So those are two props that we took on Prizepicks that we can get over on Betr. Like, they're two of the best props on the board. So yeah, those are good props. We got I know a couple props I can give you right now that aren't even posted on Prizepicks. Like for example, Caleb Martin's, and like I said, guys, I can't lock in any more 6-pick dynamics. 6-pick dynamics are the best possible entry type you can place. The second best is 5-pick dynamics. So I'm just gonna have to place a 5-pick dynamic with you guys, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Like, look, I'll just select 6 random props. 4, 5, 6, right? So I got my 6 selected. Then I go to place, and you can see you have reached the limit of open 6-pick entries. So they just put a cap. They put a cap that was only allowing you to put 10. Now they're only allowing us to put 5. So I apologize. I'd love to give you just like a full 6-pick dynamic play. It's just I can't place anymore. So I guess for the sake of having to, for the sake of actually backing my plays, we'll place a 5-pick dynamic together. I apologize, but it is what it is. It's not my fault. I can't put any more in, right? So we'll take the second best entry, which is going to be a 5-pick dynamic, and I'll pull up my Discord and I'll show you guys the exact top optimal slip types on Betr Picks, so you have an understanding. So this is like my university tab where I break down all of the top entry types. These are the entry types ranked best to worst. So 6-pick dynamic plays are the best. You're getting -116 implied odds per individual leg. Then you got 5-pick dynamic plays. Then you got 5-pick perfect plays. 5-pick dynamic plays are -121 implied odds, and 5-pick perfect plays are -122 implied odds. So they're practically identical. So I mean, hey, if you're someone that's cool with a little bit more high risk, high upside type of play, 5-pick perfect play, I would say feel free to lock those in as well. If you're someone that would rather still get paid out if one of your picks is wrong, do the 5-pick dynamic. I just wanted to break that down for you guys as far as Betr Picks is concerned. And once again, they will give you that Betr No Sweater offer with my promo code. So now that we've got that out of the way, once again, let's try to find some plays on Betr, and I will just, for the sake of the stream, do a 5-pick dynamic play because I can't do any more 6-picks. So I just wanted to make that clear to you guys as to what's going on, because I try to practice what I preach, right? I'd rather just do all 6-pick dynamics. That's what I try to do. But with these circumstances, it just is what it is. They're now limiting us to 5 of those. So, I can't control these apps limiting certain things and all that fun stuff. So, yes, use the promo code KJKDFS. They're going to give you that sweat free. And now my job is to give you some good plays. So let's do it. Just wanted to explain what's going on over at Betr Picks and why I can't give you a 6-pick dynamic, because you'll see all 6-pick dynamics from me typically. But so let's do this thing, man. Let's edit, clear. None of those are actual picks, so hopefully you're actually listening, because I was just showing you the 6-pick. So, yeah, I know a couple plays, like I said, that I've already locked in that have some decent value that aren't available on Prizepicks. The first that we can discuss is going to be Caleb Martin's PRA. They have him listed. It's at 15.5 on the over. There's some pretty decent value on this prop, but it's not even listed on Prizepicks. Something else you'll see Prizepicks do, guys, which is kind of like a dead giveaway that a prop might have good value, is sometimes with these like role players, they won't even list a certain type of prop, right? So like for instance, Caleb Martin, we see they don't even have his PRA listed on the board. Like, it's not even available, right? So just from experience, from doing this for quite some time now, I can tell you oftentimes when this happens, there is good value on like a role player's PRA, which is the case with Caleb. He's not even available on Prizepicks, but we can get him on Betr Picks. So hopefully that makes sense. If you're new and you're learning, then you're like, what is this guy talking about? So just trying to explain There's certain value we can get on some apps that we cannot get on others. So that will be the first guy that we can discuss. Like the over on his 15.5. I know we talked about the Jimmy Butler rebounds. So, hey, man, it's still a good play over here on Betr because we're getting it at the same line. We'll just take it for the sake of the stream. For number 2, I like him. We talked about Draymond Green. I don't know if he's still available over here. I saw that he was not too long ago. But doesn't look like he's available now. We got, or no, yeah, he is. So let's do some Dre too. We're getting exposure to some of the same props. Ideally, I'd like to give you guys all different props that are available on Betr that aren't available on Prizepicks, but you know, we don't want to be taking all day. We already talked about how there's some good value on Dre's rebounds and assist prop, so we can lock that one in. The other prop that I know wasn't available, okay, so we got one that's good value as well in Derek White. You can see on Prizepicks he's listed at 21 even. The reason he's listed at 21 even is because there is good value on his over 20.5 PRA. So what Prizepicks has done is they've gone ahead and they've taken away that value by bumping it to 21 even, right? So they've set it at a push number. There are no pushes on Betr picks. They can bump props and they can take props off the board, but there's no pushes. So you're always going to get that 0.5 edge on whatever prop you're going with. All of you are going to regret going under on Luka, Fury says. We will find out, Fury, won't we? We will find out. All of my plays have an extreme detailed process behind them. And it's all very valuable data to help succeed at these props apps. It's much more valuable than opinions. It's all actual data, okay? So, once again, when you see all the winning screenshots for me or whatever the case may be and positive results, you know, it doesn't go good all the time. Obviously, I lose as well. There's plenty of losing tickets, right? But in order to win long term, you got to develop processes and learn, you know, what good value is, all that fun stuff. I've put a ton of hours into doing that, and I can tell you there is good value on Luka's under, where the prop is set, right? It's all going with where the prop is set on the board, guys, right? They're dictating whether we're taking the over or under, essentially, because they're setting it to a certain line where there's either going to be value on the over or the under. If they set Luka's fantasy score at 10 fantasy score, obviously, they messed up. We got to take the over. In this case, they just set him too high. So, speaking of that, let's see if we could talk about another Luka prop here. Nah, probably not. Probably not. So for our fifth one, I have another prop, actually. I was interested on Prizepicks earlier. I wonder if it's got bumped because it still is available on Betr Picks. Yes, it has. So we'll make this our last leg. Yusuf Nurkic. There's some good value on this prop. I am going to do the same thing I did last time for the Prizepicks ticket, right, guys? I'm going to unplug my phone from screencast here. I'm going to send it into my Discord. We have 90 people in here. Let's get this thing up to 75 likes, and I'll drop a 5-pick dynamic play, guys. Feel free to place any other prop that you like, or a promo prop if they have promos going on over here on Betr Picks. Discounts, I don't know if they do right now, but anyways, feel free to run a 6-pick dynamic play. Those are optimal. It's just I can't place any more 6-pick dynamics, so I want to make that clear. If I could, I would only play 6-pick dynamic plays on Betr Picks, and ideally I still want to do that. It's just when you're only limited to 5 tickets a day, kind of sucks. But anyways, Yusuf Nurkic is another prop that's available over here. It's been bumped on Prizepicks. It's at 18.0, which means there's either value on the over 17.5 or there's value on the under 18.5, whatever the case is. They've gone ahead and they've taken the value out. So this is something that we're going to discuss throughout this Betr Picks slip. But I will say it one more time. I'm running a 5-pick dynamic because I have to. I would like to run a 6-pick dynamic. I can no longer run anymore because I've already run 5 today. Just making that as clear as I can. So I have to do a 5-pick dynamic. It's the second best option. Sucks, but it is what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the Betr picks. And they allow me to put up to $50 max. So that's my unit size on Betr. Whatever your guys' unit size is, place it. You know, if you can do all the way down to $1 on Betr right, guys? So if you're someone with a smaller bankroll, sign up with the KJK DFS promo code. They'll give you that sweat-free one. So I don't know, maybe you want to go big, $50 or something for you, and no matter what, you're gonna get that back in credit if things go south for you. So then you can still play with that 50 on your further plays. Hopefully that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's lock this bad boy in. 65 likes, get it up to 75. I'll pull it right up on the screen, guys. 10 more. I'm going to pull it up regardless for those of you that are tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream, it would be appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm always going to help those out that tune in. The likes are just a way of showing support to me and a way for me to reach more people and help more people is the goal. So let's do this thing, man. Betr KJK DFS YouTube live stream Betr ticket. All right, so I'm sending that into them as we speak. Sent to the VIP Discord. I'll say it one more time. If this is a lot to you guys and you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? I don't have time. I have work. I have kids, a dog, a wife, whatever the case may be, right? I do offer a premium service, which is 24/7 Discord, right? There are tons of different people winning in it. I would love to have you join. There's a cost associated. There's a cost associated because there's a ton of hours that go into it. It's kind of like if you showed up to your job and you didn't get your paycheck, right? We all have to work and make a living. We all have families to provide for, yada, yada, yada. That's why I have to charge. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's a reasonable explanation to those that choose to comment. If he's winning so much, why does he need to charge? Yada, yada, yada. But I do try to make it as reasonable as possible and provide as much value as possible. It's $1.66 a day. And if you go to my YouTube community page, it's the easiest way to see, you know, obviously I lose tickets as well, guys, right? But we've been crushing over there. A lot of happy members, and these are all plays that I provide, and I use the same exact process for it, right? So all these things you hear me talking about, market data, projection models, yada, 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 is what determines these plays that I play. It's not like watching the games or being a Clippers fan and knowing the Clippers well. That doesn't do you anything on these props apps. So that is the pay to option if you're available. I just sent in the Betr Picks ticket to them. I'm going to pull it back up on the screen. And we'll lock it together, all right? So let's plug in here. And actually, you know what? I usually pull it up in the Betr Picks app, but well, yeah, we'll do it. I just want you guys to be able to see that I actually do back my plays. I will never promote a play on the channel I don't play myself, right, guys? So let's do this thing. All right, so get ready to lock in. We have Caleb Barton over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We have Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds. We have Draymond Green over 12.5 rebounds and assists. We have Derek White over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. As you can see, that got bumped up to 21 even on Prizepicks, so we cannot capture that value on Prizepicks. We can get it on Betr Picks. And we have Yusuf Nurkic under 18.5 points and assists. As you can see, that got bumped on Prizepicks. We can't capture that value on Prizepicks. They've gone ahead and have taken the value out. They're saying there's too good of a play on the under. We have to pick it down to 18.0 even so our users don't beat us too bad. Derek White, Prizepicks is saying there's too good a value on the over 20.5. We have to take it up to 21 even so our users can't beat us too badly. That's how that works, right? So that's going to be our 5-pick over on Betr. Guys, this is a 5-pick dynamic play. So to break it down for you, if you get 4 out of 5 correct, you're going to still profit. You're going to 2.5x your money. So in this case, I'm putting in $50. I would win 125. Obviously, the 125 isn't factoring in the entry fee, right? So, I mean, I'm going to actually profit $75, but you get the point. If we get 5 out of 5 correct, I'm going to win 500, and that would be, 10x your entry. So whatever you guys are putting in, you'll 10x it. Please let me know if you locked this in. And guys, that promo code KJKDFS on Betr will give you that Better No Sweater offer. Let's see if I can drop those links in the chat. One, I'll drop the VIP link because people ask where they can get all my plays. Do I have a Discord? The answer is yes to both. So it's on Patreon, guys. I'll just drop that link in the chat real quick. And then as far as Betr, once again, please let me know if you locked in the full Betr ticket. I want to make sure everyone got the plays. There was no crazy bumps or anything. Everyone was able to lock in. If you could let me know, that'd be greatly appreciated. Caleb Martin over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds. Draymond Green over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Derek White over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Yusuf Nurkic under 18.5 points and assists. 5-pick dynamic play. Let me know once you lock that in, if you would, please. And I dropped the VIP Patreon, and I'm also going to drop a link for the Betr app. You just use my promo code when you download the app, but I do have a link as well that I will try to include so that it can make it easy on you guys. Guys, I got to change the link to where it doesn't say they're going to match you up to $500. I apologize. It's just they have made so many changes and they're a new app and I have to make a bunch of changes like on my graphics and all that stuff, and they've changed like 3 times because they're developing. So I apologize that all of my stuff says like they'll match you up to $500 or whatever the case may be, but I just have to make those changes. They've just changed quite a bit since they launched. So anyways, I'm gonna run through each ticket one more time. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell on your way out the door. If you enjoyed the live stream, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I go live. I'm gonna try to do as many of these as I can. I'm gonna try to do some more like midday ones as well. It's been very difficult to provide pre-recorded content because the bumps are absolutely crazy now on these player props apps. So I'm trying to innovate and change the way I do things to provide, good value. If I do a pre-recorded video and all the plays get bumped, it doesn't really help you guys out for free. So, I'm trying to make some changes to where I can really help you out for free as much as I can. Not a single person has said that they have locked in this Betr ticket. Please let me know when you have, guys. If plays got removed or something, please let me know. I really just want to make sure everyone got this in. I'll go through each ticket one more time. I'll do the Betr one first, and then we'll do the Prizepicks one second for those that may have missed, and then I got to bounce out. Back to the Discord, back to the VIP, back to finding more value leading up till tip-off. Live streams are the way, bro. I'm only Prizepicks, so I can't fully lock in. Well, I'm going to pull up the Prizepicks 6-pick flex that I gave out for free earlier right after this. I'm going to go through this one more time. Yusuf Nurkic under 18.5 points and assists. Derek White over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Draymond Green over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds. Caleb Martin over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So that will be our Betr 5-pick dynamic play. After I get off the stream, you can always, go through and rewind the video to ensure that you got all the right plays in. And the Prizepicks 6-pick flex will be this that I already gave out earlier. Once again, if these got bumped, I apologize. I haven't been able to check the board since going through them, but we got the Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds, Luka Doncic under 62.5 fantasy score, PJ Washington over 24.5 fantasy score, DeMar DeRozan over 36.5 fantasy score, Stephen Curry under 39.5 fantasy score, and Draymond Green over 12.5 rebounds and assists. So, hey, we got Butler and Draymond in both tickets, so let's hope they clutch up for us tonight, right? But some really solid plays. Once again, all plays that I back, my own money, all plays that I've sent into my VIP, so Got my own money, got my own reputation, all that stuff on the line. I don't share plays that I don't play myself, and I never give you guys plays without reasoning. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this provided value to you guys. I got to bounce out of here. Yeah, more plays to be provided over on the Patreon. All you got to do is you sign up to the Patreon link. There's a cost. It's $1.66 a day, $49.99 a month, guys. If you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. Obviously, you're charged on the same date that you sign up. This is just another option for those that play every single day that are looking to get serious. A lot of winners, man. I guess I got to give a quick few shout outs before I end the stream to some members that won yesterday, and then I'll get out of here because I do want to show some appreciation. Ed the Fred turned 40 into 800 on Betr last night. We had the one guy sell, unfortunately, on this ticket with the D'Angelo Russell rebounds and assists, which stunk, but we cashed out on Underdog pretty big last night on these two tickets. Paul George, well, it was actually one of our worst nights on Underdog, and we still profited as of late. We've just been crushing over there. But $300 win here for No Limit J-Wash on that first one, $300 win on the second one. These were mine that I share in there. 12,000 on that one, 12,000 on this one. Yes, we played more tickets. No, everyone did not win, but we profited, right? So that's the name of the game. We're going to be playing, sometimes we're going to have nights where we play 10 tickets. But as long as, I think last night we ended up having 11 Underdog tickets. We only hit 2. We still profited, right? So we're not complaining. We went up 1 unit on Underdog last night. So, we would have preferred to hit more tickets, but as long as it's profit, we'll take it. IOJ with a nice $100 win on Underdog as well. R. Sasser with 10 into 50 over on Betr using some of those same picks we were on. So, yeah, shout out to all you guys. Really do appreciate anyone that's in the VIP. I appreciate every single one of you. We have a good time on there. We joke around, and we're winning together. And I really appreciate it. It helps support the brand. And my goal is to help you guys as much as possible over there. Jose Estrella, man, this was a great night over. This was one of the nights prior on Underdog. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets, I believe, there for Estrella. Sniper Chaos as well here with a nice cash using some NHL action, so throwing in some of his own picks with the play of the day. That De'Aaron Fox fantasy score is my play of the day. So shout out to everyone in the VIP. Thank you for being a member. Hope you're enjoying, and I'm going to go give them some more plays right now. So thanks for tuning in to the live stream, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your player prop sub. See you tomorrow for results. Good luck to all. Yeah, man. Hopefully it goes well. Obviously, I'd love to win money as well. And I'm back in all the plays. So hopefully we win together. If we don't, we lose together. But thanks, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. I got to get out of here.